season for you overall?
I would say it was an up and down year for me for sure. I think back to last year's playoffs and I was so eager to get back and, going through the surgery and everything. I think the thing for me was I'm a confidence and rhythm player and not being able to shoot for the entire summer essentially and then coming back and just trying to work my way through that kind of set me back, but that's okay. I was talking to my wife last night and, as we kind of talked about the season and, what this summer brings, I just told her, this is probably the most excited I've been for an offseason since I've come to the NBA. Always get my work in and do certain things, but I really feel like there's a lot I can improve on and just getting out and playing. So I'm excited for this offseason and working out and getting better.
Has your confidence been tested, Meyers, this season?
I would say it was more that for whatever reason I couldn't seem to get in a rhythm, which frustrated me. There were times when I would start to feel pretty good about how I was playing, and then other times not. But I'm still very confident in myself as a player, and as I mentioned, very excited for the summer and actually going to be healthy and able to play a lot. I plan on being in LA basically all summer, trying to catch any open gym I can, whether it be at the UCLA run or at the Clipper facility or at the Laker facility, and then getting a lot of individual work in to work on my game, because I feel like I have a ton of things I can get better at, but I feel that I have a unique skill set to where I can do a lot of different things. I just haven't gotten the game reps to have the confidence to do different things on the court.
Can you be more detailed on what's been going on physically with you?
Well, I mean, coming off the shoulder, it was a long process for me. I'm like Ed, for example, just had his, and I'm so happy for him. His range of motion and everything, his strength is awesome. But I had a lot more going on. So the rehab was really extensive, and not being able to train at a high level last summer, I think, set me back. When it comes to my legs and strength and core strength and all of that. And then coming into the year, I basically went from not practicing to a couple practices to playing, and all of a sudden my back kind of gave in, and that kind of continued a little bit throughout the year, and just I don't know, I just felt like I never quite got to where I was feeling good. So that's why this summer is so important for me. Maybe I take a week, maybe two, and then it's pretty much, foot on the gas pedal the rest of the summer. And then, of course, at the end of the year, the back issues and the hip stuff that was going on. It was frustrating. There's no other way around it. But I'm feeling, unfortunately, right now better than I have all year. But sometimes things are the way they are, and if this is the most difficult thing I'd ever faced, I'd be surprised. So I'm going to attack this summer, with all my effort and energy and focus, and come back a better player next year.
You feel like you'll be able to get to 100% physically, with a little bit of rest here at the start of the offseason with the back and the hip?
I do, yeah. I've had some things also just outside of the back and hip that have been really frustrating, but that we have finally kind of figured out through taking blood and things like that. I'm not going to get into it, but it's been hard to deal with. But I'm glad that I feel like everything's kind of getting dialed in. And like I said, this is the most excited I've been for an off season, and I'm really looking forward to getting better. So, it's going to be a fun summer for me.
Do you have medical issues that you have to deal with over the summer? Like, are there things that you need to undergo, or?
No.
So you're physically okay now?
Yeah.
A couple more questions, we're gonna wrap it up.
Meyers, how do you feel about your future here with the franchise after this season?
You know what? My job is to every day be a pro, and that's how I always try to approach it. I try to be the best man that I can be, best teammate that I can be, first and foremost, and also continue to get my work in and try to figure out how I can improve and help the team. That's why I say that this summer is huge in the fact that I feel healthy and I'm going to be able to play a lot and get a lot of individual work in to work on my game. You know, the NBA in itself is a business, and you know, I bought a house. You know, I've been here 5 years. You know, I signed a contract over this past summer, and you know, I feel that I can do a lot of good things, and I want to be here, but that's not always in my hands.
Myers, it seems like fair or unfair that there's a perception that you haven't met expectations. How have you dealt with that, and how do you deal with it?
To be truthful, it's been rather frustrating for a vast majority of my career. You know, I come in here as a youngster at 20 and, you know, just simply wanted to improve and do my best. And I feel like I can offer a ton more, but I work well with like confidence and kind of feeling good, and I don't know that it's always been kind of reciprocated, but that comes with the territory. You know, this is the best basketball players in the world. You know, this is an elite group of people, and I have to continue to work and get better and be my best. And if there's naysayers, it is what it is. You know, I feel like sometimes maybe it's been a bit much, but what can I do about that? I mean, anybody who knows me knows I can really care less, but it is, in some different ways, still frustrating.
Okay, we'll wrap it up there. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, guys.